Speaking freedom. Speaking freedom. Giving you the answers to be free. Be free. Be free. 'Cause we're speaking freedom.
Just shake smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. What's happening? I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay me up, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open.
Okay, so I have to do a little reflective moment before I go on my walk. Hopefully it won't take long because it gets hotter the longer I wait to go out. And it looks like it's a little bit cloudy, so hopefully it don't rain and I'm able to get my full walk in today. So I was sitting here and I was listening to some of the stuff that I posted yesterday. Like, sometimes I preview it a little bit before I post it. A lot of times I don't. Most times I don't listen to it until after I post it. I might listen to the first like 5 little seconds to figure out, or if I'm playing music, I listen to the first 30 seconds or so, 45 seconds, because I need to figure out what the video is about so that I can say whatever it is. Like, if I hear enough of it, then I may remember what it's about. But sometimes I don't hear enough of the video to know what it's about. And that's why I always say I'll write a caption once I listen to everything and, you know what I'm saying, take in what I said so I can tell you what to look forward to when you listen to the video. But today, I was just got finished listening to the video that I was talking about the stuff with my case. And I mentioned my case against the United States quite often now. Like, when I was first going through it and doing everything, I really wasn't talking about it much because, you know, it was just a lot and I was trying to take it all in, and I was just, you know, it ain't nobody's business what I'm going through. And it's really still not anybody's business. However, in the capacity in which I work, Speaking Freedom, it kind of is a part of doing my job to inform the community, especially the people that listen to me, the leaders and the representatives and, you know, people in high places that kind of, you know, heed what I'm talking about or come across what I'm saying whenever or however they come across it. There are people that follow me, but the way that I do this is so that people won't follow me. It's weird, but it works. Anyways, so in light of what Speaking Freedom is about, a lot of the times when I'm sharing shit, it don't be just because I'm trying to put somebody in my business. It's not always me, you know what I'm saying? It's not really none of the time me just trying to tell you what's going on in my life because, you know, like, I keep this shit to myself and be okay. You know what I'm saying? However, as a community leader, as an influencer, as a resource to my culture and providing information, I believe it's my duty in some way, shape, form, or fashion to make people fully aware of how things happen. Like, the reason why they used to call me Loophole Shoulder is not because I was trying to get over on people. It's because I learned the loophole so that people couldn't get over on me. Because with every law, there is, you know what I'm saying, it's the law, but then it's a way to get out of it. It's always a way to get out of shit. But if you learn how the way of escape has been made for people to get out of it, then you can go and padlock that so that people can't, you know what I'm saying, use that. So if you learn the loopholes, then loopholes can't be used on you. So the reason why they call me Loophole Shoulder is because I figure out the loopholes in things so that people can get around whatever it is that you're trying to get around to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do it for bad things. However, if I identify a loophole and you are able to maneuver and get over, kind of like scammers, then I can't control what you do with the information that I provide for you. However, in the capacity of being a voice of my community, when I experience things, there is a responsibility to share some of the experience, to share how things work and how things happen. And when you see shit, you know what I'm saying, on the news, or if you see something in the, you know what I'm saying, media of any sort, you know what I'm saying, what's cap and what's not cap. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, especially like, we see cases where people go against the federal government and they normally have an attorney. When you're dealing attorney to attorney, there are some things that one attorney won't share about another attorney just because they both in that fraternity of, you know what I'm saying, legal counsel. Despite if they cool, despite all of that, they could hate each other. But there are some things, unless you like, you know, really a stickler, most times they're not. It's almost like doctors. You might not like the next doctor, but most doctors have a code to where, you know, I'm going, you know what I'm saying, help you if I can, and if I can't, then, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to stay out of it as much as I can. And at least that's what it feels like. That's the understanding to me. So when you're dealing with lawyers, there are some things that Benjamin Crump is not going to come on social media and say, this is what they're doing. This is how they're doing it. This is how they maneuver. This is how they use the tools that they provided you in order to do whatever it is that they're trying to do. He's not going to say that. Griggs, he might not say that. The president, the people that work for the government, listen, they're not going to tell you the shit that you're not supposed to know. Like, it is some shit that, you know what I'm saying, some things people don't speak on because of safety/fear. And I say safety/fear because people come up dead. People come up missing. People come up, you know what I'm saying, with shit be goddamn popping off. And it appears to be one thing, but if you really know the inside of what's going on with a person, then you might believe that it's something different. It's just like people from the CDC come up dead or missing. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they get ready to expose some information, oh no, they gone. What happened to them? And here they come up dead. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying that the CDC doing something. I'm just saying it looked real weird. You know what I'm saying? So there are some people that don't cross some lines because of retaliation. And like with the VA, it's been reported that, you know what I'm saying, people complain about retaliation within the VA system. So when you're dealing with law, it's the same thing. So it's some things that I'm sharing that I'm experiencing firsthand as the plaintiff pro se. That means I'm representing myself. I'm doing it on my own. I don't have a lawyer. There is nobody appointed to help me. It's just me talking to the district attorney, who is the defense attorney representing and protecting the government. That's it. And the things that she said, the things that she know that are lies would be considered attorney-client privilege. So, you know what I'm saying? It's loopholes to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can understand that part, and then it's so crazy because like yesterday I was talking to a girl, and I was like, Kaci, you are not always right. Or it's not always the way you think. And it was so funny because I wasn't talking to myself, but I said that and I was like, wow, it's weird and funny to say that. And it could apply to me, but it really don't this time, because I was talking to this girl and she's like, the government has no reason to lie. And I'm thinking like, girl, if you only knew, if everybody in the government was as pure-hearted, was as noble, and didn't have ill intentions and self-worth motives, then it may be like, I listen, this is why I think I've always said, I am not against the government. I understand the point of having structure. I understand the way the hierarchy is supposed to be ran. However, when you got people that's doing things in their best interest versus the best interest of the people, whether it's your health, your welfare, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of shit that goddamn is controlled by the government. And it's really controlled for the purposes of financial gain, because like, we got natural resources that we can't use as free resources because, I mean, yeah, I understand. all these, you know what I'm saying? You got the infrastructure, you got the employment base, you have the people that have to service and stuff. So some cost to keep things up is understandable. The surcharges, the extra profits that people, there's no reason why the electric company should come home with make a profit that is beyond the actual cost of electricity to run and handle the business. You know what I'm saying? It's a natural resource. It's natural. Why are we paying for shit that's natural? It's you know what I'm saying? But so, a lot of times it seems like I am sharing. I'm really not sharing as much as I could. I could really give you details of everything blow by blow. And, you know what I'm saying, really, 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 really share some, you know what I'm saying, everything that I'm doing, every question that I'm asking. I could really share everything. But if I share it and it becomes public knowledge, then it's something that is put in the defense, in awareness of where my mind is at. Because they do have my social media accounts, they are able to look at anything that is not private, and anything that is public knowledge can be used in court. I'm not saying shit anyway, so it ain't finding shit, because it ain't shit to find, because they motherfuckers the ones that's lying. You know what I'm saying? But I share my experience. One, because eventually I would love to make a movie out of my experience as a veteran. Even if it started with how when I went into the Army, and, you know what I'm saying, my experience in the Army, and, you know what I'm saying, how I kind of, you know what I'm saying, I've had some issues with the government the entire time. And the majority of times it's not because of something that I did or said wrong. It's because they don't like it's me saying it. And that is, really an extension of kind of what's going on now. So I would love to be able to tell that, you know what I'm saying, my experience, my military experience, and how this ties into that, and how it all, interacts. But also, there is a portion of my story right now that it identifies some racial disparities in healthcare with Black women. The fact that there are various signs and symptoms that I had at the time that were completely blatantly ignored, that is huge. I did not die. Thank God I did not die, but I was close to death. And it was because of the negligent care of the VA. Literally, they ignored things that they should have paid attention to. And they felt it's no way that it could be that bad. I don't know if it's because I'm Black. I don't know if it's because I'm young, or I don't know if it's because they assumed what my health should be like. But the things that I survived are people that things literally die of. So, saying that to say, it's when I'm fighting for justice for myself, it's like fighting for justice for Sandra Bland. It's like fighting for justice for Breonna Taylor. It's like fighting for justice for Phil up in Philly. It's like fighting for justice for Mike Brown. It's like fighting for justice for Trayvon Martin. It's like fighting for justice for every woman. It's like fighting for justice for the young lady, what was her judge? It was a TV judge. Her daughter-in-law died right around the time that I fucking survived. And it's like fighting for justice for her. It's like fighting for justice for any Black person, any woman, any person in my situation, any veteran. I'm a veteran. I'm a mom. I am a sister. I am a niece. I am an aunt. I am a Black woman. You know what I'm saying? I am fairly young considering the circumstances and the narrative of where I am speaking at, because as a veteran, I'm not the youngest veteran. but compared to the older veterans, I am a young veteran. And as a young veteran, as a almost 40-year-old veteran, as a about to be 39-year-old veteran, as a 38-year-old veteran, I am fighting for every veteran that got injured by the VA ever in their fucking life. Like, if you got injured by the VA medical center, this fight is for you. This fight, I might benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? But long term, my goal is that nobody ever experience the shit that I went through again. Like, when I make complaints about shit, it don't just be for the sake of complaining. It's for the sake of corrective action. When I complain, something needs to change, because if I'm complaining, then that means it's a real motherfucking problem. And if I am going through it, then I can only imagine what somebody else has gone through, or, you know what I'm saying, what people get put through and don't know what to do. So just imagine how many people get injured by the VA. And they tried to get an attorney, and because the medical records wasn't completely documented, or was scarcely documented, or you could barely tell what was going on, no attorney would pick their case up. Just imagine no attorney picking somebody's case up. They've literally almost died at the hands of the VA. And then because no attorney will pick it up, they have to let it go. They just have to deal with whatever the after effects. They have to do with whatever they can to try to get benefits from the injuries that were caused by the VA. And that's if they survive, because if I would have died, my children would not have known what was going on inside my body. Like, that's a whole different level. So I'm not fighting for just Kaci. I'm fighting for every veteran that didn't die at the hands of the VA and it was covered up, or it wasn't properly documented, so it couldn't be proven. And they gave up. The family had to give up because no attorney would take the case. For the veteran that survived like I survived, but couldn't find nobody because no attorney would take the case. And then they didn't know what to do. And then they was confused. And then they was lost. The only advantage that I have, aside from being obsessive about research and information and overloading my mind with stuff, is that in 2012, 2013, I was already looking into doing what it is that I'm doing now. When I was violated then, I was already trying to figure out how to sue the VA back then. I just couldn't figure it out then. I didn't know what court to go to back then. I didn't know what to do back then when I was looking for it in 2013. I couldn't figure it out to save my life. But they fucked up again. See, it was one thing, fool me once, shame on you. I won't place the blame on you. But fool me 2 times, nigga, I'm lighting this bitch up. You got me fucked up. I don't know about nobody else, but you got me fucked up. So this is how we got to where we are now. But just imagine the people that couldn't fathom, that couldn't understand, that didn't know what to do, that couldn't read the law and understand how to apply it. Like, this is not me just doing this, waking up one day. This shit happened 5 years ago. I've been looking up the shit for the last 5 years. Literally, I've been, doing research from the day that the first person told me I had sepsis, so I could understand what the fuck was going on. When I was in the hospital in ICU was the first time that I looked up sepsis. So from that moment to now and until this case is over, I am Googling, I'm researching, I'm understanding the law, I'm looking at law cases so I can understand how to apply the law to my case. I'm looking at other cases similar to mine so I can see if they were won, how they were won, and what points that they stood on. Like, this shit is bigger than goddamn me. Like, this is the bigger picture. This is why, I feel bad for not wanting to go to the news to expose them, because somebody else needs to know that you can sue the VA yourself. You don't need an attorney, but you do have to have patience, time, and financial means to pay for all the things that you're going to need in order to prove your case. Now, fortunately for me, I didn't go anywhere outside the VA. But if you go to more than one doctor that's not approved by the VA, it makes your case more complex. See, but now that I know this is information that I can help somebody else use to grow and, you know what I'm saying, be a vessel for some, like, I'm a vessel of information. Like, once I know it and I understand how to use the information, there is nothing that, you know what I'm saying, like, it'll just come up when it's needed. It's like a filing system. That shit, goddamn, it's like a one of those roller dial things. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you need, that's what come up. Like on The Good Place, they got the little robot thing that whatever you ask her, she just know. That's how my brain works. I mean, it didn't slow down a little bit, but that's the way my brain functions normally. Like, I learn information and it's just there. I might use it. I use it like in my comprehension. I normally am learning something to use it or to apply it to my life. So once it's applied and I know how to use it, then that's wisdom that I can teach because I've learned how to do it in my life and in which it affects me. So once I learn the information, it just comes back sporadically. And, so all the information that I'm learning can be used to help other people. Whether it is me doing more videos like this, or if it's me actually consulting with veterans in a minister, pastor, life coach type of role. And if I do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if I just did videos, even if I just provided the information so somebody else could just know, like me going to, if I go to the media now, it's for somebody else to see that if I can do this, then if something happens to them or their family, that they can do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a man or a woman that it goes to jail for something that they didn't do, and then they learn so much to where they're able to get their case overturned. Like, this is that. This is those people that got killed by the police on the other side, the living version of, okay, so now I'm fighting for y'all. And that's the way my mindset is. So when I'm telling y'all information, it's not to just put y'all in my business. It's really to put you up on game so that you know how to deal with what you're dealing with, what you're facing. Like, this is a day-to-day thing. And you need to be aware of how to deal with, how to understand, how to manage, how to, hold people accountable. Because, listen, a lot of people think that if the government do something to you, it ain't nothing that you can do about it. And in a lot of ways, that's right. But at the same time, there is something that you could do about it. If you know enough of the law, if you understand enough to do something about it. But every lawyer is not going to go up against the government. You got to understand the same people that they're going up against is the same people that control everything they got going on. That's why I said I'm happy that I don't have a license that can be revoked if they get pissed off, or, you know what I'm saying, if they think that they can, you know what I'm saying, harass me like that, because, you know what I'm saying, like, it limits the retaliation methods that they can use against me. But anyways, I only share so that I can help the community grow. I hope that you got what you need to know. Speaking Freedom presents Good Head Group, providing advanced spiritual studies and personal developmental insight. Brought to you by Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We look forward to helping you grow in all the areas of your life. We hope that you find all the information needed for your growth. God bless. Please listen to all disclaimers provided. If you are currently under physician's care, please maintain that relationship. This is not intended to stop your current treatment plan. If you need physician care, please seek out medical attention. Please note, all results are based on the individual's ability to adapt and adjust to any given environment and situation. We are not responsible for your results at Speaking Freedom. The life enhancement coaches at Speaking Freedom provide information to help you grow. You are responsible for maintaining that growth, taking on and then applying the information to your individual life as you deem needed and necessary. This may contain and explain explicit content. Please use parental discretion. For best results, you will need an open mind, the ability to research, and a balanced lifestyle.
Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.
Hi, I'm Kaci, Dr. Kaci to be exact, owner of Speaking Freedom LLC, Love Gang, and Good Head Group LLC. I am also a certified life coach and host of Speaking Freedom Radio and TV. Although I have recently become an ordained minister, please be aware that I am still me, raw and uncut the way God made me and allowed life to shape me. I pray and expect God to use me for people who can receive the way I communicate, as well as my delivery. I am not for those who are already saved, religious, or super deep. I am for the leaders, hustlers, and street influencers around the world, including pimps, killers, drug dealers, and working girls. I am sharing my experiences and perspective to help someone be inspired to be better. And for those who can identify with the various aspects of my mindset. My mindset alone does not determine the status of any active connections or current relationships that have not already been specifically addressed. Additionally, these recordings should not be taken personally if I have not already spoken to you about the topic or expressed that I have an issue. These recordings are a part of my life's work to document my experience, perspective, and to see how life has shaped me. My plan in using my stories publicly and socially is to encourage growth in those who can identify with the experiences and find inspiration in my life to heal and overcome the path that they've been set on, no matter what they face, as according to the purpose of their soul, until healing takes place. Despite the experiences that I may have had with any person, sometimes known and unknown, I hold no grudges, no hate, no bitterness, or any other ill feelings against anyone. I pray that your life is whole and very fruitful. I forgive you as I hope that you forgive me if I have wronged you or anyone that you know or anyone who listens to me. I pray that you have peace and extend the same grace to others. I have love for everyone, especially on a human level, despite flaws or experiences. But that doesn't mean that I will associate or be close to every human that I know or meet. I've experienced a very eventful life and truly believe that my mindset and story based on experiences could help those who identify with how I think and are looking for inspiration to grow further, go beyond hurt, and be great. I pray that these recordings bless you and your soul in every way and whatever way God has intended. Sending love and light to all. Thanks for listening. Achieve your dreams.